بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه الصالحين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters, Surah Al-Kaferoon is one of the four quls that the Muslims recite often. Prophet himself, he recited it, peace be upon him, he recited it during the Hajjud, he recited it before going to sleep with the other quls. And also he recited it with, usually with Surah Ikhlas. They couple them together. Surah Al-Kafirun and Surah Al-Ikhlas, they go on two different directions. One is affirming faith, affirming the oneness of Allah. And the other one is rejection of faith by those who don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is an early Meccan surah. It's either the 17th or the 18th surah that was revealed earlier at the time of revelation. So what was the cause of this surah being revealed? It was at this time when the Prophet, peace be upon him, was continuously inviting people to worship Allah alone, and people were joining him. The kuffar started becoming a little bit nervous. They said, well, we'll make a deal with him. So they came to him and I said, let's make a deal. We will worship your God for 1 year. Some narrations maybe have it 1 year, 1 week, 1 day, 1 week. Anyhow, let's say 1 year, and you worship our God for 1 year. And this is when the surah was revealed. قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ. Say, meaning Prophet, say, you disbeliever, لَا أَعْبُدُ مَا تَعْبُدُونَ. I will not believe, I would not worship what you worship. وَلَا أَنْتُمْ عَابِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ. And you also will not worship what I worship. وَلَا أَنَا عَابِدٌ مَا عَبَدتُمْ. I will not worship what you worship. And again, repeat. وَلَا أَنْتُمْ عَابِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ. And you will not worship who I worship. لَكُمْ دِينُكُمْ وَلِيَ دِينِ. So obviously the answer to the kuffar was clear what the answer was. This is rejection of what they had suggested. Kafir is someone who rejects faith. It has other meanings pre-Islamic, but it is someone who rejects faith. We either have a kafir or mu'min. Of course, mu'min, we have different levels, weak, strong, but somebody who's kafir, who rejects Allah, actually he doesn't reject Allah, he rejects faith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned to me, like the best of kuffar is the Jews, the children of Israel. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ وَالْمُشْرِكِينَ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has referred to some of them as kuffar because they receive the best of revelation, they have the best of miracles in front of them, the best of prophet among them, but they continuously rejected faith. So they're still kafir when they reject faith. They're still kafir, but they're maybe a level better than the other ones. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also mentions that among you, he has created you, and among you some of them are kuffar. هو الذي خلقكم فمنكم كافر ومنكم مؤمن. Some of you kafir, some of you are mu'min. But of course, what we have to realize that the kuffar also did believe in Allah. وَلَئِنْ سَأَلْتَهُمْ مَنْ خَلَقَكُمْ لِيَقُولُونَ اللَّهُ. When you ask them who created you, they say Allah. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about them again. So وَإِذَا رَكَبُوا إِلَى الْفُلْكِ دَعُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ. when they embark on a boat ship, they invoke Allah sincerely, like, that's it, their life depends on it. فَلَمَّا نَجَاهُمْ مِنَ الْبَحْرِ إِذَا هُمْ يُشْرِكُونَ. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we save them from the sea, they commit shirk. So worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cannot be certain percentage worshipping, certain percentage committing kufr. If someone worships Allah 99% and only 1% there's shirk in it, this is not worship. There is no way to combine shirk with the pure worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It just doesn't happen this way. So we're just asking ourselves, coming back to the surah, there's repetition that the Prophet twice, first he's saying, then the fourth is the second ayah. The fourth ayah is, وَلَا أَنَا عَبْدٌ مَا عَبَدتُمْ. I will not worship what you worship. And then for the kuffar, he's telling them the same thing. The third ayah is, وَلَا أَنْتُمْ عَابِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ. And the fourth ayah is, وَلَا أَنْتُمْ عَابِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ. The same thing repeated. So some ulama say the reason for repetition is emphasis. And some also say that the first one is for hal, for the present, and the second one is for the future. Like, I will never worship what you worship, and you will never worship what I worship. لَكُمْ دِينُكُمْ وَلِيَ دِينِ. To you, your religion, and to me, my religion. Deen could also mean judgment day. Your affairs, the judgment day is for you to give answer to, and for me, the same thing. And also we have to say, when we say, lakum dinakum waliyadin, lakum, the zamir, the pronoun has come before. Lakum, before the name. This is also for emphasis. Like we say in Surah Al-Fatiha, we say, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ. You alone we worship. We could have said, نَعْبُدُ إِيَّاكَ. We worship you. But when we say, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ, when the zamir, the pronoun comes before the noun, this indicates emphasis. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says, Inna dina inda Allah al-Islam. Deen in front of Allah, with Allah, is Islam. So it's either you have Islam or you don't have Islam. But sometimes there's a kind of a debate about Muslims, for example, who are born Muslims, but they never pray, they don't fast, they just don't make any effort, whether they're Muslim or not Muslims. Some say that they are not Muslims. Some say they are Muslim, but they're disobedient Muslims. This is something that we live with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, help us to be the obedient Muslims, the ones who will never commit shirk or come close to it. And Ya Allah, help us be pure, monotheistic Muslims, that our face does not turn towards anything or anyone but you. Especially at this time, we all need to purify our faith and delete from our lives anything that weakens our faith or take us away from it. Ya Allah, help us. Ameen Ya Rab. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.